Mr. Kumar, what has worked for us domestically and the kind of policies that we have shaped through these years, what has worked for India as far as its growth is concerned? Because despite global headwinds, we have been able to sustain ourselves.
What's worked for India is the amazing commitment of the political leadership to growth, infrastructure, innovation, skills, education, and health. I mean, essentially what's happened since 2014 is that we have a political leadership which is, without any other sort of distraction, committed to India's growth and, infrastructure development. And they identified very early on the bottlenecks or the constraints which were holding India back and focused on that. And I mentioned all of them sort of in one breath. So that's the one biggest thing that's worked for India. And let's not underestimate that. That's one part of it. The second part of it is that I think what's happened is that in India, the rubber meets the road in the states. It's the states which matter. The center can do that much. And in the last 11 years, 12 years or so, or even longer actually, the states have gotten into the game. And they have actually begun to recognize that what they have to do to get their states ahead, as it were. And some of the things that we did in NITI Aayog about ranking the states across a lot of matrices helped a lot, because that what is told them kind of publicly kind of brought out the fact as to where you were in certain in rankings across various things. So, and I think that's the key, because let us be convinced, let us convince ourselves that India will grow when the states grow.